Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to my weekly update on Tesla. We're going to do a full update over the course over what happened over the course of last week. The last time I covered Tesla was obviously last week. I think 2 days before the earnings data that we had. We'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, ultimately, in a video I said I think it's most likely we will see some sort of a pullback or potentially a spike down. Which we had, but the spike down was into $414, and in the video I said, you know, if we drop down into 400 and 390, I consider that a buy area, but we got nowhere close, which in a sense was already a great sign. All right, I mean, if you take a look at only this candle right here, which is the opening candle on Thursday, right? So that's after the earnings. Earnings came Wednesday AMC after the market hours, after the market close. My apologies. And you can see we had a big move up. We had the point of control here at the bottom of the candle, which is usually a great sign. And since then, we did find some resistance here at the value area high, but now you can see we are breaking out. And ultimately, I mean, when we're talking about the general stock market right now, they're great. Equities are rallying. Equities this week have performed incredibly well, starting already last week, of course. Volatility index and gold are pulling back, so the general market circumstances for equities are good as well. You know, for Tesla specifically, obviously, we already were bullish on Tesla, right? I mean, if you only take a look at the general higher time frame market structure right here, after we were able to break above $400, every video I made on Tesla, I said, okay, structurally, we are bullish. Now, we still have, and I do want to briefly talk about that. I don't think it's that relevant short term, but I do want to, you know, I've spoken about the existence of the massive fair value gap we have to the downside. I mean, we still have a massive gap right here around $400 going all the way into $360. But I have to say, given the general market strength, given the strength we've seen from Tesla so far, it seems it's unlikely we're going to fill that soon, at least. Maybe at some point of time we will. So it's good to know it's there, and I still think it's an opportunity. I mean, especially that level between $385 and $400, I think that's an amazing opportunity, but short term seems unlikely we'll go there. Short term, you can see on the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday, we were able to get this breakout right here above the value area high and general resistance level around $450. Yesterday already we retested that level as well. I mean, this looks like a textbook breakout. And I have to say, I mean, if we zoom in on the Tesla price action, let me know, by the way, if you're interested in really zoomed in analysis. I mean, we're looking at the TPO chart right here, which is in no shape or form for stocks perfect, but it can give you, some sort of an idea of how strong Bitcoin is. And you can see since last week, Thursday, which is when we had that big move up, we left a lot of imbalances back then. But you can see that once we started pulling down on Friday, when we had a general market pullback, you can see we easily found support at those imbalances. We filled up most of them, and then we got new momentum over the course of this week, which was obviously also fueled by fundamental bullish news across the entire market. And so far, the bullish momentum has continued. And you can see we have some constructive bullish price action right here. Now, we still do have some sort of an area of interest between 445 and 440, and that is also the main level. I think this is a real breakout. I think the only way this can turn into a fake breakout is if we get bad news, so that obviously is a possibility, but I don't think it's most likely. But I do think there's a possibility, and I do think there's an opportunity if we spike down to fill those imbalances between 238 and 245. So keep your eyes on that level, but ultimately spike down into that would be fine. Ultimately, I think we're rallying higher, and I think we can slowly but surely get towards our main price target at $505. That's around the $500 psychological resistance level, of course. But then outside of that, we also have the minus 0.236 FIB, which matters a lot. And we also, beautifully lining up, we have the 1.618 FIB of this move to the downside right here at the beginning of October. Lines up beautifully. Great level around $500 as well. So that is my price target. Do I think we can spike up to that level? I think that's unlikely, but I think it's more likely that we will slowly but surely rally up to that level. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know about Tesla for now, going into the rest of the week. So hopefully it helps. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.